Said, please, if your hands are not too busy, put your hands together for Mr. Albert Jude. Celebrate our speaker. Thank you.
Okay. Wow, thank you so very much, sir. And thank you so very much, Ma, for having me. And I have 20 minutes, and I'll be speaking on health, fearless wellness. Now, let me just ask this question. How many of you here, if by God's grace, I decide to gift you $20 million now, how will you feel? If I decide to increase it to 100 million, how will you feel? Please, can I have my timer? But there is only one condition. You take that gift and you won't wake up tomorrow. Thank you. That is the answer I have gotten again and again. But before I continue, I would plead with you just to stand up. Just stand up. Why? If you sit down for 4 hours stretch, you are worse than someone that smoked 20 sticks of cigarettes that day. This is science. Please, can I have my slide? Please, yes. Now, because of my time, please, can you fix my time so that let me know? Now, let's just go through 2 definitions. Please just be standing, okay? Just for a few minutes. Thank you. Now, from the WHO, health is defined as the state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. And wellness is an optimal health and vitality that actually encompass physical, emotional, intelligent, all these other aspects. Please, can you give me my next slide? 14 minutes? Wow. Okay. Please, can you say? Now, there are 3 secret protocols. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. What did I say, ladies and gentlemen? Listen, ladies, and a few gentlemen. Now, because of my time, I might just speak on one topic. Please, can we all sit, please? Yeah, please, can we all sit? Thank you. There are secret protocols, 4 of them. If you want to live in health, these protocols are bulletproof, timeless, proven again and again and again. 4 of them. Health education, which is actually the missing link. Food as medicine. Health style that has been demystified. I will actually leave that for one of the speakers. To take on that, and then food supplement, the secret weapon. Please, the next slide. Yeah, please, can I be fast because my time is going? Yes. Now, the most dramatic improvement in longevity over the last couple of hundreds of years has been through what? Health education, not through medicine. In 1845, there was this doctor that's from Vienna. Those days, this doctor actually found out that up to 30% of pregnant women die from the doctor's clinic than those that die from the nursing clinic. Because they do have the doctor's clinic, they do have the nursing clinic. And this doctor, he found out that 30% more die from the doctors. And he became alarmed. And guess what he found out? Because those days were the early hours of medicine. You see, medicine is actually one of the youngest science. What that doctor actually found out was that these doctors will be teaching the medical students. And what do they use to teach the medical students? It's called cadaver. What does that mean? Dead bodies. My daughter is in her second year. She called me, said, Daddy, we are going to see cadaver today. I said, hold your mind. If they give it to you, cut it. So but these doctors, they will finish using the cadaver to teach the students. And when they call them, they go inside the delivery room and attend to women. That's why they were taking all the bacteria, all the viruses, and transferring it to women. And did you know what this doctor did? He insisted in his own clinic that all the doctors, all the people that are working with him, wash their hands. And when they did, the death rate dropped to 2%. Guess what happened? He was sacked. The other two, different places sacked him. His colleagues, they diagnosed him that he's having some mental issue. One of his colleagues lured him to one center where he was actually confirmed to be mentally ill. He was not mentally ill. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, he was murdered by a real mad person. My point is this. Many of us, we so much trust in medicine. I don't have anything against medicine at all. If you're writing JAM, what you will write is medicine and what? The other name is what? Drugs and surgery. Medicine is fantastic. But medicine can only give you three things. If that is all you got, I think I'm satisfied. One, if you have maybe any disease that's caused by bacterial organisms, maybe by fungi, maybe by viruses, of course, now you take drugs, right? If someone's wife is pregnant, what do? You go to the hospital. Fantastic. If someone had maybe accident, maybe bullet wound, maybe trauma, fantastic. There is this doctor from Nigeria in the US that operated this particular woman, brought her the baby, kept the baby until alive. Remove all that he wanted to remove and put the baby back. So that is to tell you that medicine is fantastic. And that's all. When it comes to chronic health challenges, and ladies and few gentlemen, chronic health challenges account for 74% of total global death. And when you come to it, things like diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, Alzheimer's, diabetes, you will be put on medication for the rest of your life. No answer. But the point is this. 8 minutes. People do feel better, do better, live better when they understand that there is something they can do. Studies has proven that for you to live in health is 80% dependent on you. 20% is on medical care. And you might say, how is it possible? Now, during the COVID, now America, their population is less than 5% of the entire global population. But they contributed more than 50% of the global death. Yet, in 2020, by 2024, they spent $4.5 trillion in healthcare. That is beyond the GDP of UK, Italy, and France put together. And yet, when you look at the list of the Bloomberg list of the healthiest countries, they are sitting at 36. My point is that here in our country, if someone is sick and the person has money, where does he go to? He goes to US, he goes to France, he goes to, those people that don't have so much money, they go to Egypt, now they go to India. Others that don't have money, they stay here. But did you know, these things now you can check it. Medicine is the third leading cause of death in America. If you didn't hear it, let me repeat it. Medicine is the third leading cause of death in America. And these are people that went to the hospital, saw a doctor, that prescribed drugs approved by FDA, and they took the drugs and they died because of the drugs. Just go to Google and type. And the woman that did this particular study, Dr. Barbara Starfield, they were so upset with her that they hired two different universities, Harvard and Johns Hopkins. Their result came out worse. You see, why is it so? That is where health education matters a great deal. I respect doctors. This is my wife. She is, a doctor. My friends. My second daughter. And if you come to our family now, you will see them. But no doctor can make you healthy. I want you to know that. It depends on you. And that's where that knowledge comes in. But the problem with the knowledge is that there is so much misinformation. There is so much lies. There are what I call medical lies. But it's acceptable. But because the title of this is Being Bold and Fearless and Making Bold Impact. One doctor said, and I went to prove it. He said, if you want to be diabetic, go to the website of the American Diabetic Association. Follow their protocols. You will become diabetic. I said, no, that's possible. I just brought them. And when I saw what they asked people to be taking, I was like, this is criminal. I don't have all the time even to go beyond the first slide. But if you are ignorant, you will become a victim of the system. Let me just close with this. One of the things that people that from 50 years suffer is high blood pressure, right? High blood pressure. Do you know why more blacks suffer from high blood pressure? How many of us have been in the sun for 2 hours every day? Anyone? Every day now you stay in the sun for 2 hours. Well, please, can we clap for them? If you don't stay in the sun long enough, your body will not produce vitamin D. And vitamin D is vitamin, the only one that is produced by your body, and is responsible for more than 300 metabolic activities. So now, back to high blood pressure. What is high blood pressure? High blood pressure is an adaptive feature to keep you alive. The heart is the pumping machine. And the heart pumps blood. It circulates through the arteries to every part of the body, through the veins, and get back to the heart. So that means it's a closed system, right? Now, high blood pressure means that those pipes, the arteries that take the blood from the heart, is either being blocked or they are becoming hardened, so that the heart will have to exert more pressure to pump blood to keep you alive. But all the heart drug, all the antihypertensive drugs, do you know what they do? They medicate the heart. The heart doesn't have problem. That's just like now, if you're traveling to Lagos. Imagine that the airport expressway is the same from here to Lagos. In 6 hours, certainly you will be in Lagos. But because it's so bad that you can spend 18 hours. And you are now working on your vehicle, thinking that the vehicle is the problem. Meanwhile, it's the road. That's why the person will take it all the days of his or her life. And not just that. Do you know what those drugs do? Let me tell you. Make the heart to pump less blood. That's why that you get tired. That's why that you get dizzy. For men, I tell you, all their performance is through the window. Is through the window. Lot, and let me say this, just because of time, ma'am. Several women are placed on statin. These are cholesterol-lowering drugs. Please, let it be the only thing you got. As a woman, you don't have any problem with cholesterol. I've argued with several cardiologists. We shall have time. Here. I wish I have time. But as a woman, cholesterol is produced by your liver, 85% of them. If you don't eat more, your liver will produce more. If you eat more from your diet, your liver produces less. And it's called the feedback mechanism. That's why when women get into menopause, all kinds of trouble. Why? Their hormones begins to decline. Do you know? All the hormones in your body are produced by cholesterol. Do you know? Your brain is 65% cholesterol. Do you know? Your cell walls are 55% cholesterol. Do you know? When you begin to take those drugs that lower the cholesterol, they also inhibit other molecules. And one of them is what the heart used to pump blood. I wish I have more time. Education is the key. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Please put